Hello everyone, this is Christian Duke from StrengthAddicts.com, brought to you proudly by IronMagLabs.com, your go-to source for all your bodybuilding and fitness supplements. One of the things that I would like to see in the sport of bodybuilding is I would like to see companies stick up for their athletes. But more importantly, I would like to see fellow sponsored athletes stick up for each other. You know, what's going down right now with Dave Palumbo is just unspeakable, outrageous, unacceptable. A lot of people are asking me, well, why do I care so much about what Dave Palumbo says? Well, because Dave Palumbo and RX Muscle, they're major players in the bodybuilding game. They're fading, yes. I don't give them more than 2 to 3 years, but they're still here. And the idea that, you know, IFBB pros are somehow obligated to give interviews, obligated to cooperate with your website is outrageous. I mean, you look at CEDRIC MCMILLAN gave RX Muscle a great Arnold Classic interview right after winning. The guy even had hiccups, and he even referenced, you know, a history of forced interviews with RX Muscle. He even thanked Dave for it, which is sarcasm if you can't read between the lines. And at FIBO, because Dave and Johnny got their flight screwed up, or they got, you know, delayed or whatever, they were only at FIBO for a few hours. And in that time, I guess they wanted to get all the interviews they could. They saw CEDRIC, they got the Chris Aceto connection or whatever. They figured, well, he's gonna have to give us an interview. He's not gonna pass it up. And maybe, you know, CEDRIC was busy. Maybe didn't feel, you know, the urge to drop everything he was doing or make his fans wait, or, geez, maybe he wanted to rest. Oh, no, IFBB pros, they can't rest. I mean, oh my gosh, it's unheard of. They have to do whatever the media says, especially Dave Palumbo. Dave Palumbo, RxMuscle.com, the holy truth or whatever. So, so for whatever reason, CEDRIC didn't give Dave an interview. So what does Dave do? As soon as he gets back home, gets on Heavy Muscle Radio, he attacks CEDRIC. Says, oh, I think CEDRIC's too big for RX Muscle. You know, paints the guy out to be this big head, out of touch, stuck up, pompous, arrogant bodybuilder that CEDRIC MCMILLAN totally is not. But, you know, all it takes is one disappointment, and I guess Dave Palumbo shows his true colors. That's unacceptable. So honestly, I guess the reason I'm making this video is because I hope that everybody in SciTech just comes to CEDRIC's side, you know, and just calls Dave Palumbo out. I mean, SciTech used to be an RxMuscle.com sponsor. I mean, you know, they should, you know, call Dave or whatever and say, hey man, knock that shit off. Don't treat our athlete like that. You know, another SciTech athlete should say, hey Dave, you know, if you want an interview with us, you know, don't treat CEDRIC like that. And this also goes to Bob Ciccarello, who's I guess a part owner of Black Skull. I mean, when Dave Palumbo says that Flex Wheeler had quote-unquote roid rage, and says that you, Bob Ciccarello, were seated at a table at this alleged incident, and I ask you for a comment, and you don't give one, much less come out in defense of someone signed to your company, a company that you partially own, that's weak, man. I mean, I have a lot of respect for you. I've met you many times. I think you're a great athlete rep, a great MC, a great Mr. World, a great pro bodybuilder, all that stuff. But man, you know, that's why I like what Mel Chancey's doing with his t-shirt company, 187, because honestly, people respect that. You know, I know that if anybody attacked anyone on Mel's crew, Mel and the whole crew, I have to use my hand. It wouldn't be 5 people, it would be like that. They would come together and they would support each other. But this industry, man, it's crazy. I mean, you know, sponsored athletes should, you know, just get together, bound together, and fight anyone. And companies should go to bat for their athletes. And journalists should not lash out at athletes who do not give them interviews whenever they snap their fingers.